Well, we have with us Ankit Mandholia now, Head Equity and Derivatives Wealth Management, and Motilal Oswal joining in. Ankit, we really want to just understand from you, have option volumes come off post SEBI measures? And if yes, could you, I know it'd be tough to quantify, but give me a sense of what the impact has been.
Yeah, hi, good morning, Sabina. So we are seeing some cool down in the option volumes, and this is on the expected lines with the new regulations. We have seen, especially the products where the weekly expiries have been stopped, the volumes have reduced quite a bit.
Good morning, Neeraj here. So just trying to get a gauge. I mean, yes, it was on expected lines. We know measures would have some impact. The point is, when we read some, and this is anecdotal evidence, of course, you are the one who's got the actual data at your house, but various media reports suggest that the options volume on both the bourses has halved from what it used to be. I would love to understand, do you believe the impact is that large? And is there a way to kind of forecast what could happen to volumes because of the measures taken?
Neeraj, hi, good morning first. That's right. You know, we have seen halving of volumes in some very important instruments like Bank Nifty, which are very popular with the traders. But on the other hand, we have also seen some uptick in indices like Nifty and even a little bit on the Sensex side when I'm talking about index options. So I believe that while the volumes are coming down on products like Bank Nifty and certain more newer products like Fin Nifty, Mid Cap Nifty, that is being to some degree compensated by the growth in Nifty and Sensex. Currently, we have seen 2 weeks have gone by, and I think we still are left with 2 more weeks in this month. So as we approach the final week of expiry, we will get more clarity towards the exact impact of these measures. But going by the 2 weeks of evidence, definitely the products where weekly expiries have been stopped, there has been a dip in volume, but it is being compensated with Nifty and Sensex for the time being.
Then do you think this will be the new normal in some ways, and that could also mean that the potential growth coming in for exchanges will now, of course, have to be a lot more realistic, because they've lived the last 5 to 10 years of phenomenal growth, largely on back of option volumes?
Samina, this appears to be the new normal. Definitely the flagship products of both the exchanges, which is to say the Nifty and Sensex, would be gaining more popularity. And weekly options in these contracts are seeing an increase. We also have to understand that we are currently in a transition period. A lot of trading strategies, a lot of investment strategies are getting reattuned to the new emerging realities. Another very important development that is happening is the remaining products expiry is also going to be happening on the same day. So that is to say that on Thursday for all Nifty products and Tuesday for all BSE products. So I believe that, yes, there would be certain more consolidation. I do believe that the flagship products will tend to get more popular, and we will see a more stability in the volume once this transition period of this month and maybe a little bit of next month goes by.
Ankit, I heard you respond to Samina that this is the new normal. So therefore, a 30-40% lower volume consolidated even as the flagship products become popular. I'm just using a number arbitrarily. It could be 25, it could be 30, 35. But is that lower number the new normal? And then it will grow over a period of time. But let's say for calendar year 25, is a 25, 30, 35% lower options volume a new normal?
Nikunj, I would say that I don't think the numbers would be that big as of right now. See, December has been historically has been a relatively low volume month also. We have seen the days where the volatility has been high, the volumes have been very fantastic, whether it was the last Friday or the Thursday before there, where the volatilities were there in the market, the volumes were as high as any other day. So for me to kind of extrapolate this and say that this is going to be the case in terms of volume for the whole year would be, I think, a little over-exaggeration. For the timing, I believe...
No, sorry, Ankit, sorry, what I mean is that the new normal of the base? And then the volumes may expand to whatever. But is that the new normal, the new base?
like I said, the December tends to be a little bit lower on the volumes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we will have to kind of see it through this month. But what I mean by new normal is Nifty and Sensex being the flagship products is definitely the new normal. We used to see a lot of volumes in Bank Nifty that has reduced. So the new normal definitely has more of Nifty and Sensex in the forefront.
Might be a little bit of a tough question for you to answer, but while the action is in play, and like you said, December historically is a quiet month, and we've seen that volumes are generally lower across the board in the markets as well. But do you feel like this could have an impact of retail investors not losing as much money? And I ask you this because you also have, I mean, Motilal also does have a very significant retail base where there are lots and lots of trades that take place. Anything that you've heard, do you think this is having the effect that it was seeking?
So, definitely we have seen reduced activities from the investors, given that there are lesser weekly options. So I believe that to some degree it could have the required and desired effect. We also do need to understand that volatility is still there. Like I just said, that we have seen high volatile days in the last 2 weeks also. So if volatility continues to be there, maybe the profitability would not get impacted so much, but perhaps the participation would reduce. We have a very important development coming up in Jan also with the increase in the lot sizes. So all of this combined, that is the reduction in weekly expiries, the increase in lot size, as well as some increase on margin also, I believe would have the desired effect in terms of client participation and maybe to some degree on some profitability also.
Ankit, you maintain that there has been, and you've seen trader interest sort of come off a little bit. So while the exchanges are impacted, even capital market players like yourself would be impacted, right? Is that a fair assumption?
It is a fair assumption. However, I would like to also mention over here that capital markets, we have a variety of other products. For example, uh, we are largely a more equity-based player, and our customers tend to trade more in equities. So for equity players who are more inclined towards options and derivatives might be more impacted with this.
Fair call. Okay. Ankit, the other question is this: that the rewards on trading. Now, could there be a case wherein while option volumes are lower, traditionally, much like equity, options too had a lower transaction charge. It was higher than pure equity in a lot of discount brokerages, but their business was making that slight upticks on option trades. I'm just trying you to kind of maybe build a hypothesis, but do you reckon or do you believe it's possible that the quantum of charges that may be largely discount brokerages but also mainstream brokerages could levy on option trades could go up to make up for the loss in volumes? Could that happen, and will buyers still buy it?
Neeraj, I think that's a fair assumption. I believe with the change in all the market dynamics that is happening, some degree of pricing change may be warranted by players in order to kind of, again, adjust to the new normal with the increase in lot sizes as well as the reduction in expiries. We might see some tinkering on the pricing by some players.
Okay. Okay, fair call. The last question really, and slightly off topic, Ankit, I'm just asking you off the blue. Maybe you can't answer if you can't. I'm just trying to understand. There's a lot of talk around how the flavors of the season will now come into play because there is a budget coming up, so the pre-budget beneficiaries might come into being. Maybe cement, which is slacked for such a long time, might come into being. I'm not asking you to make a recommendation. All I'm trying to gauge from you is there interest towards some of these themes from people who trade equity and derivatives at your house currently?
There's a lot of interest. The markets have, with the correction, have given a good entering opportunity for a lot of people who are on the sidelines. I believe a pre-budget environment is very conducive both for investors and traders. to look at various sectors as well as various investment opportunities.
Okay, Ankit, we will leave it at that. Thank you so much for taking the time out and being with us, and for all the candor to you and yours. Season's greetings. Have a great Christmas.
Thank you so much. Season greetings to you too, Neeraj, and the team.